Hey, I'm Bradley Fish. I'm going to play this nice quick through, no repeats, and then we'll slow it way down for you. Cool. That's a tricky one. So let's slow it way down. First of all, I'm in Mixolydian tuning, so D-A-D. And you can kind of see it says like 158 in the top left-hand corner there, same thing. So if you're in a different key, it could be C, G, C, or A, E, A if you're playing a baritone, whatever. We're in cut time, and kind of like I explained in the last video, even though that technically is like 2-2, two half notes measure, we're gonna treat it like 4-4, just kind of a little easier to think about it that way for most people, especially if you're just starting out. But if you want to think 2-2, that's great. The little lines are quarter notes, the little kind of, I don't know, brackety looking things are eighth notes, and that's about it. And I didn't take the repeats when I played it, but you can. And so we're gonna start with the high string. The very first note's that 0, and that's your open double string. And then the bass, yep. And then the second fret of the bass string, and then the open middle string. Okay, so it's gonna be like, there we go. That's the first measure. And I'm picking like out, in. It's kind of a nice way to do it. A lot of times when you're picking, little time out here, let's say you're coming from the bottom to the top, you're like in, like towards you, in, then out, in, out. And the idea with that is you're kind of anticipating when you're about to change direction, you anticipate it. So you're like towards yourself, in, towards yourself, in. You're like, oh, I'm going to change direction. I'll anticipate that. Out, away from yourself, out, away from yourself. Okay. And that's not a hard and fast rule. It's a dulcimer, it's folk instrument, but that's kind of a nice way to get a nice little flow going there. Okay, so first measure. All right, now we're gonna go, let's get that second measure. It's tricky. So it's a G chord, first finger, third fret of the low string, ring finger, first fret of the middle string, and you're gonna hit them together. And you could strum them, or I like to use my pick on the middle string and my ring finger on the bass string, whatever. Okay. And then pick up your ring finger for the open, put it back for the 1, slide it up a fret for the 2, and then the open high string. And then the first fret of the high string, I'm using my ring finger, but that's up to you. And then we're gonna slide up. I'm gonna slide that ring finger up. You could even do pinky, but whatever. Slide it up. And I'm gonna do a 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna strum all of them. Okay. And then next half of that measure. So first finger, third fret of the D, ring finger, third fret of the low string, ring finger, first fret of the middle string. And then come up a fret with that ring finger, and then open high string. That's our new part. Okay, so 101, I'm going second and ring, and of course the middle string's open. And that's a dotted quarter note. And then I'm gonna use my thumb on the second fret. And then I'm gonna go back to the ring finger, it's still there. Okay, and then that dum-da-da-dum. So the last little quickie eighth and 2/16, and then into the next measure. It's supposed to be a slide. Bum, ba-dum, bum. That's nice with the slide. So that first line, kind of slow. And then that brum is the next line right there. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. That's the first line. We're a quarter of the way done. Doing great. Feel free to stop and rewind if you need to watch that again. You can slow YouTube down to 75% in the settings if you need to. Whatever you got to do. Okay, cool. Now, let's look at that second line and the first measure. You hit it. We just hit that big boom. Now you're going to hit the low string open, second fret, open middle string, and, I'm using my middle finger on the second fret. I wouldn't get too uptight about the fingerings. It's a dulcimer again, whatever's comfortable for you, okay? Whatever. And then I'm going to go, this is a pretty nice fingering for a G chord. First finger, third fret of the low string again, ring finger again, first fret of the middle string. And then, so you hit third and one, like most of a G chord, and then second fret of the middle string, and then open high string, and then first and second fingers is what I'm using on the low and the middle strings. Okay. And then boom, boom, 4, 3, oh, and I'm looking really carefully. I see a slide there. I don't remember if I took that. Bad teacher. Okay, and then open, and then 101, and then middle finger on the second fret, and then all the strings open, and then 2 on the low string, open middle string, and then all the strings down the line. So let's do that one slow again. And I want your feedback, guys. I'm just getting into these. You tell me, am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Put it in the comments. I'd love your feedback. Anything or anything else. I think we fixed the little animated dots. I think they're more in time now. I think we got the sound better, but let me know. There we go. Open, second, open, and then, you could slide it or not. 4, 3, 2 with the whole dulcimer, open, 101, it's kind of like an A chord, and then second fret of the middle string, and then open all of them, and then that second fret of the bass, middle string, and all of them open again. And then if you look really closely, there's 2 dots after that. That means go back to the beginning and do it all again. I didn't even bother with the repeats when I was playing through it. Cool. Okay. Now you notice that last measure is like 1, 2, and 3. And then look at the third line. That's like 4 and. So there's like a little pickup the way that Carrie, Crompton, wrote it. And I'll put her link in the bottom in the description. I'll try to put this music too as like a PDF link. It might take me a little while, but I'll get it up on my website eventually. And so you can download the music too. I'll start doing that. Okay, cool. So we just went last measure of the second line. And then, boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's get that. So we got that little pickup, 4 and 1. And the numbers, that's like your second fret of the high string, third fret of the high string, fourth fret with the whole strum. And you notice I'm going ring finger, middle finger, first finger, and back to the ring finger on the second fret, hit the open middle string, and then fourth fret again, and then strum the second fret with all the strings, and then open, second fret of the low string, first, second, and I happen to be going ring and thumb. You could go ring, second, whatever you prefer. The reason I'm doing the thumb there is that I can then slide my thumb. It's pretty handy, and I've already got my ring finger in place here, so that's my little G chord kind of upside down, inverted. Boom, boom, 0, 1, 3, right? And then I can start sliding my thumb. Or at the end there, I'll go pinky, so like boom, or you could use your second finger. First finger, whatever you prefer. And then that 1, 2 little guy, and then open high string, and then the 101 little A chord guy, open, and I'm going to take my thumb on the middle string, 2, 1, oh, heard my phone, and then 2, 3, and then we're into the last measure, last line. Let's actually review. So So that's that 2, 3, 4, 2, open, 4, 2, O, 2. 1, 2, and then you're gonna strum the G chord. 1, 3, 2, 1, O, boom, boom. Last measure. Da, 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 da. Last line. 4, and my dulcimer's moving. 2, open, 2, open middle string, open high string, 2 of the low string, 2 of the middle string. Let's do that much. That's pretty solid, pretty easy, all quarter notes. Then big open. So all of them, and then first fret, have just the high string. Leave your ring finger, add the second finger is my suggestion for that little A chord guy. And then open all of them, and then 2 of the low string, middle string, open, and then you get a repeat back to the beginning. I should ask Carrie. I assume that it's like AAB form, but you could play it AABB. I'm not sure, and I'll ask her what she intended. The way it's written, I believe it would be like AAB. But if you want to go AABB or jam or play each one as many times as you want, who cares? It's just a cool little tune from, my God, 400 years ago or something like that. Okay, so last line. 4 with a strum, 2, open, 2, middle, open on the high string, 2 on the bass, middle, open. Bum, 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 bum. And I'll just point out that it's last 2 measures, so that like right there, that little open there, that's a dotted quarter, then an eighth, dotted quarter, then an eighth again. So, and that's the whole tune.